Taylor Swift's 12th studio album, The Life of a Showgirl, is finally here. And for the first time since 2017, kind of, she is collaborating again with Max Martin and Shellback as producers and co-songwriters for the long-awaited glitter gel pen pop album that so many of us have been waiting for. The Life of a Showgirl is 12 tracks, and I want to go ahead and get my claims out of the way, those being Wishlist and Cancel. As soon as the track list was released, those two immediately jumped out to me. I have no doubt in my mind that I'm gonna walk away loving those songs. There is something about a Taylor Swift song that has extra punctuation or extra symbols. You know what I'm talking about? It just brings that energy. I'm so ready for it. See, another one with punctuation and symbols. And speaking of wish lists, I have made my own Life of a Showgirl album wish list. 3 things that came to mind as soon as I heard that she was gonna be working with Max Martin and Shellback again that I would love to hear in this album. Starting off with ad-libs. Red, 1989, and Reputation, the 3 albums that she worked with Max Martin and Shellback on, filled to the brim with ad-libs that I absolutely adored. So I would love to see those here. Number 2, along those same lines, is Laughing or Spoken Lines. Something along the lines of,
so he calls me up and he's like, I still love you. And I'm like, I mean, this is exhausting, you know? Like, we're never getting back together. Like, ever. No!
Hey. Just think, while you've been getting down and out about the liars and the dirty, dirty cheats of the world, you could have been getting down to this sick beat. I'm sorry, the old Taylor can't come to the phone right now. Why? Oh, 'cause she's dead.
and number 3, Max Martin, Please I'm Begging, drums. I am a big fan of all things Taylor's new music. Love Torture Poets, adore Midnights, I miss percussion. And also going into this knowing, 1989 is not only my favorite Taylor album, but my favorite album of all time. Every aspect of that album, songwriting, production, makes it stand the test of time, and honestly, no other album has come close to touching that, except Reputation. And it has so much to do with matching Taylor's songwriting with Max Martin and Shellback's production, and we may be getting that again. So will it match the hype of 1989 and Reputation? There's only one way to find out. Let's hop into The Life of a Showgirl by Taylor Swift. The official runtime is just under 42 minutes, which makes it a relatively shorter Taylor Swift album, but I also saw ahead of time that the BPMs of each song are relatively higher, starting with track 1, titled The Fate of Ophelia.
I heard you calling on the megaphone. You wanna see me all alone. As legend has it, you are quite the pyro. You light the match to watch it blow. And if you'd never call for me, I might have drowned in melancholy. I swore my loyalty to me, myself, and I, right before you lit my sky up. All that time I sat alone in my tower, you were just haunting your powers. Now I can see it all. Late one night, you took me out of my grave and saved my heart from the fate of Ophelia. Keep it 100 on the land, the sea, the sky. Pledge allegiance to your hands, your team, your vibes. Don't care where the hell you've been, 'cause now your mind is about to be the sleepless night you've been dreaming of. The fate of Ophelia.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Oh my fucking god. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do. I'm overwhelmed. Am I gonna cry? I feel like I'm losing all control. Okay, we already checked 2 off the wish list. Ad-libs and drums, welcome back. We missed you. Okay, that chorus just kept going. I was expecting it to stop halfway through and move into the second verse, and when it just kept pumping, oh my god. So, production-wise, I am completely in love. I love the pace we're going, I love the instrumentation, and the cadence of her voice over that instrumentation is so addictive. I also like where we're going thematically, where she's singing about, I think I caught a line that was getting lost in the melancholy or drowning in the melancholy, which could understandably be in reference to the Torture Poets department. That whole album is melancholy, and kind of being pulled out of that and saved from from that, I think is such a beautiful spin on telling the story of Ophelia, talking about the fate of Ophelia. Before the album came out, there were clips of Taylor talking about reuniting with Max Martin and Shellback and kind of the direction that they wanted to go. And something that I was really excited about was something that Max had said about using the production to deliver the catchy pop melodies and the production side of it, but wanting to highlight the songwriting that Taylor has really grown into since Folklore and Evermore, and kind of finding the blend of those two. And so far, this is exactly what that sounds like. I could not be more excited to continue.
The eldest daughter of a nobleman, Ophelia lived in fantasy. But love was a cold bed full of scorpions. The venom stole her sanity. And if you'd never called for me, I might have lingered in purgatory. You wrap around me like a chain, a crown, a vine, pulling me into a
Oh my god. Oh my god.
fire. All that time I sat alone in my tower, saved my heart from the fate of Ophelia. Keep it 100 on the land, the sea, the sky. Pledge allegiance to your hands, your team, your vibes. Don't care where the hell you've been, 'cause now you're mine. It's about to be the sleepless night you've been dreaming of. The fate of Ophelia is locked inside my memory, and only you possess the key. No longer drowning and deceived, all because you came for me. Locked inside my memory, and only you possess the key. No longer drowning and deceived, all because you came for me. All that time I sat alone, you saved my heart from the fate of Ophelia.
Damn, that is so fucking crazy. That is so good. It was so hard for me, like, getting excited for this album to not say I'm excited for 1989 Part 2. Like, when you hear that she's reuniting with the people who brought the magic of 1989 to life, it's hard being such a big fan of that album to not equate the two. But even hearing just that opening song, there are so many elements in there of what I love about 1989 absolutely resurfacing bar for bar here. It's the upbeat production with that complex emotional writing on top of it that is like so uniquely Taylor's vibe, especially working with Max Martin and Shellback. My expectations are so far beyond met, and we're only one track in. I am so excited. I really like the story of that one, that you hear the fate of Ophelia and you know that that's a tragic story, but in Taylor's fashion, kind of spinning it on its head and talking about this relationship, saving her from that fate, I think is beautiful. But that takes us into track 2, titled Elizabeth Taylor.
Elizabeth Taylor, do you think it's forever? That view of Portofino was on my mind when you called me at the Plaza Athénée. Ooh, oftentimes it doesn't feel so glamorous to be me. All the right guys promised they'd stay under bright lights. They withered away, but you blew. Portofino was on my mind, I think you know why. And if your letters ever said goodbye, I cried my eyes violet. Elizabeth Taylor, tell me for real, do you think it's forever? Been number one, but I never had to. And I can't have fun if I can't have be my NY. When Hollywood hates me, only as hot as your last hit, baby. Been number one, but I never had to. And I can't have fun if I can't have you. Hey.
Wow, I was not expecting this. This is a super interesting production, but once it got into that chorus, that's crazy. And that's the production that I was looking for, especially in the percussion. But it's almost like sneaky and sly and kind of like a darker edge to the pop sound, which I'm really into. And there are a lot of one-liners in this that are so iconic. I cannot wait to have the lyrics in front of me to really digest all of that. But this one is so interesting. Not at all what I was expecting.
What could you possibly get for the girl who has everything and nothing all at once? Babe, I would trade the Cartier for someone to trust. We hit the best boo. If you ever leave me high and dry, I cry my eyes violet. Elizabeth Taylor, tell me for real, do you think it's forever? Hollywood hates me, only as hot as your last hit, baby. Been number one, but I never had to, and I can't have fun if I can't have you. Elizabeth Taylor, do you think it's forever if I can't have you?
I figured it out. This song sounds rich. That's the vibe that it gives me. Everything about the production and the lines that she's saying is so wealthy.
All my white diamonds and lovers are forever. Don't you ever end up anything but mine. I cry my eyes violet. Elizabeth Taylor, you're only as hot as your last hit, baby. Been number one, but I never had to, and I can't have fun if I can't have diamonds and Elizabeth Taylor forever. It's the papers on the screen and in their minds. All my white diamonds and lovers are forever. Don't you ever end up anything but mine. Oh.
Ooh, I love the way that ended. Wow, that one really grew on me. At first, I was just a little bit worried just because it wasn't what I was expecting. But as that song built, and especially in the last chorus, again, I've mentioned this so many times in talking about Taylor Swift, there's something about the way that she builds a song that when it gets to the end chorus and you put all the pieces together, it just creates something magical. And that is what is happening in this song. All of the best aspects of the production and her vocalization all coming together in the last chorus is what sold it for me. And that is such a catchy melody. Elizabeth Taylor. Girl. Obsessed. Literally obsessed. We're 2 for 2. Hey, who'd believe it? 2 for 2. I love it here. Unfortunately, my brain is short-circuiting. Could not follow along with the theme as much in that one. I'm really gonna need the lyrics. But it sounds to me, it's some blend of relationship and fame. That one has an effect on the other and vice versa. It kind of reminds me of something that would be on Reputation. Maybe not so much in the production, but thematically. The balance of how the world feels about me and how you feel about me and what's the relationship there. Cannot wait to come back to this one, especially with the lyrics. So that takes us into track 3, titled Opalite.
I had a bad habit of missing lovers past. My brother used to call it eating out of the trash. It's never gonna last. I thought my house was haunted. I used to live with ghosts and all the perfect couples said when you know, you know, and when you don't, you don't. And all of the foes and all of the friends have seen it before, they'll see it again. Life is a song, it ends when it ends. I was wrong, but my mama told me it's alright. You were dancing through the lightning strikes, sleepless in the onyx night, but now the sky is opalite. Oh, oh my Lord, never made no one like you before. You had to make your own sunshine, but now the sky is opalite. Oh, you couldn't understand.
Shut up! This is so good! I'm freaking out. Oh my god. This is such a blend of productions that we just haven't heard before. Like there's a little bit of traditional pop sound, and especially in this one, it's a blend of this like funky synth with an acoustic guitar, but it's going in a direction that is so fresh and new and contemporary, which makes it leagues above, and I hate to be bringing this up already again, but this beef that I have with this like disco inspired sound that's taken over the pop industry in the last like half of a decade. Putting this next to that, like this is is just worlds above, taking aspects of that sound, but turning it into something original and new and fresh and fun. And it's that seamless blend of that lower funky bass with that higher light acoustic guitar on top of it that's creating this really fun, like light, airy, summery kind of vibe, which is reintroducing this world-building writing that we met in the Folklore Evermore era, but putting it on top of this Max Martin shellback beat. This is untouchable. This is like so original, so fresh, but at the same time so reminiscent of this monumental pop era that she and Max Martin Shellback shared. This magic that hasn't been replicated since, is what I have to say.
She was in her phone and you were just a pose. And don't we try to love, love? And what a simple thought. You're starving till you're not. And all of the foes and all of the friends have messed up before, they'll mess up again. Life is a song, it ends when it ends. You move on. And that's when I told you it's alright. You were dancing through the lightning strikes. This is just a storm inside a teacup. Let's shelter here with me, my love. Thunder like a drum, this life will beat you up. Oh, oh, oh. This is just a temporary speed bump, but failure brings you freedom, and I can bring you love. Don't you sweat it, baby, it's alright. You were dancing through the lightning strikes. Oh, so sleepless in the onyx night, but now the sky is opalite. Oh, 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 my Lord, opalite. Oh, 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 oh.
What the fuck? That's so crazy. Favorite one so far. Damn. And there's something in that bridge that felt so classic Taylor to me. I don't know if it was the vocalization, I don't know if it was the lyricism, but I was listening to that and I was like, this sounds like it could be on something like Red or Speak Now. Absolutely love that one. It is so catchy. And that's what I've kind of missed lately, I think. The catchiness of what these songs are bringing. I feel like by the end of each one, I already know the hook of the chorus, which is something that came with Red, 1989, and Reputation. That level of production and songwriting that takes experience and the amount of talent that the three of them shared in that room to create and craft something that so seamlessly has a way of getting stuck in your head. That I think is so hard to come by, and it has been 3 for 3 so far. This one I was having way too much fun with the production and the melodies to pay that much attention to the story, but so far it is so fun, it is so happy, and it's giving me all the things that I was hoping and looking for. Let's see if the trend continues with track 4 called Father Figure.
When I found you, you were young, wayward, lost in the cold. Pulled up to you in the jack, turned your rags into gold. The winding road leads to the chateau. You remind me of a younger me. I saw potential. I'll be your father figure. I drink that brown liquor. I can make deals with the devil because my dick's bigger. This love is pure.
Did she just say, I can make deals with the devil because my dick's bigger? I need the lyrics so bad just to confirm. And until further notice, that is the official lyric, and I fucking love it.
Leave it with me. I protect the family. Leave it with me. I protect the family. I pay the check before it kisses the mahogany grain. Said they wanna see you rise, they don't want you to reign. I showed you all the tricks of the trade. All I ask for is your loyalty, my dear protege. I'll be your father figure. I drink that brown liquor. I can make deals with the devil because my dick's bigger. This love is pure profit. Just step into my office. They'll know your name in the streets. Leave it with me. I protect misguided visions that to fulfill your dreams, you had to get rid of me. I protect the family. I was your father figure. We drank that brown liquor. You made a deal with this devil. Turns out my dick's bigger. You wanna fight, you found it. I got the place surrounded. You'll be sleeping with the fishes before you know you're drowning. Whose portraits on the mantle? Who covered up your scandals? Mistake my kindness for weakness and find your card canceled. I was your father figure. You pulled the wrong trigger. This empire belongs to me. Leave it with me. I protect the family. Leave it with me. I protect the family. Leave it with me. You know, you remind me of a younger me. I saw potential.
Interesting. Again, the end is what pulled me into that one. For the most part, is a super fun listen. So much more about the story than the instrumentation, in my opinion. Until the end. Like, the end of the bridge into the last chorus when all the lyrics changed and the story changed, that hooked me in. I think this is one of those cases where so far the instrumentation in these songs has had such a front seat. This is a moment in an album like this where the roles kind of reverse, where the instrumentation kind of pulls back a little bit so the lyricism can come forward. And I really appreciate that about an album. It adds complexity and it kind of plays to all the different strengths. So the story in this one is really, really, really good. Instrumentally, it doesn't match the first three, in my opinion. Does not mean I like it any less. I'm really interested in a re-listen because wow, she was really talking her shit in that one. Getting us into track 5, titled Eldest Daughter. Oh my god. That one was really good. Such a good track vibe. There's a lot of like unserious lyrics in here, but married right next to the very serious lyrics, which I think is a good metaphor for the phenomenon that she's talking about. Here's all these people acting up on social media and like, I'm not a bad bitch, but right after that almost unseriousness of whatever's going on social media, whatever's going on with my reputation, like at the heart of that is something and someone genuine, and kind of swimming back and forth between silly, sarcastic, or almost ironically self-aware lyricism with the very grounded, very real, authentic emotional resolution to the verses and the choruses, I think makes a very complex, earnest love song. I love Eldest Daughter as a track 5. The production is so nice. It's very light. It leaves a lot of room for her to explore melodically and lyrically. And I like that it almost doesn't take itself too seriously. I mean, the stories that she's telling so far about this relationship, I mean, she even said it herself in this song, like, haven't laughed this hard since I was 8 or 9, or the sky is now opalite. Like, it's so fun and like an exhale, and nobody's taking themselves too seriously. We're all here for fun. We're all here for love. Like, I think this is a really good 5 tracks in depiction of that and like putting that feeling to song. That is what I'm getting so far from this album. We're having fun, we're in love. There's room for both serious expressions of love and for fun and laughs and lightheartedness, and we are listening to that right now. Leading us into track 6 called Ruin the Friendship.
Glistening grass from September rain, gray overpass full of neon names. You drive 85, Gallatin Road and the lakeside beach, watching the game from your brother's Jeep. Your smile, miles wide, and it was not an invitation. Should've kissed you anyway. Should've kissed you anyway. And it was not convenient, no, but your girlfriend was away. Should've kissed you anyway. Hey, don't make it awkward in second period. Might piss your ex off. Lately we've been good. Seeing friends is safe doesn't mean you should. Don't make it awkward in second period. Might piss your ex off. Lately we've been good. Staying friends is safe doesn't mean you should. When I left school, I lost track of you. Abigail called me with the bad news. Goodbye, and we'll never know why. It was not an invitation, but I flew home anyway, with so much left to say. It was not convenient, no, but I whispered at the grave. Should've kissed you anyway. Oh, and it was not an invitation. Should've kissed you anyway. Should've kissed you anyway. And it was not my advice. It's always ruin the friendship. Better that than regret it for all time. Should've kissed you anyway. And my advice is always answer the question. Better that than to ask it all your life. Should've kissed you anyway. Should've kissed you anyway.
Wow, holy shit. I'm gonna be honest, this song did not have me in the first half. Like, I thought that, like, the guitar is cute, the things that she's saying are, I thought at first was kind of playing up current events as if they were happening in high school in reference to a song like So High School, where it's more about describing the kind of level and genre of love that you're experiencing, relating it to a certain point of your life. Like we've been talking about this relationship just being of fun and lightheartedness, which is something similar to the kind of love you'd have in high school. So hearing the lyricism here, I thought it was more along that line rather than like a real story of actual events. And that's when my perspective on this song completely changed. And there are some beautiful thematic lyrics in here. Right there at the end, saying it's better to ruin the friendship than to regret it. Better to answer the question than to keep asking it the rest of your life. It's something along those lines. I love that theme in this song. I mean, such a sad story, but to me, it sounds like this is on the healed end of that experience to sing it over an instrumental like this and to talk about it with loving reminiscence rather than kind of heartache. So wow, that one's insane. Very, very interested in a round 2 on Ruin the Friendship. But after coming to the end of that song, super big fan of the theme, super big fan of how she approached the storytelling. The instrumentation didn't hook me at first, but I really think giving it another shot is gonna solidify how I feel about that song. Which also means that's the first half of the album done and dusted. This album is just flying by so far. Time flies when you're having fun. Am I right, ladies? So a good halfway point check-in. I'm having a wonderful time. So much of this album is giving me exactly what I was hoping for, especially in the first 3 tracks. Father Figure, Eldest Daughter, and Ruin the Friendship started steering in a direction production-wise that I wasn't really expecting, but there are elements, especially in the second halves of each of those songs, that just keep pulling me in over and over and over. And there's still the catchy melodies, and those 3 are really good examples of what Max was intending with the Folklore Evermore-esque writing with the catchy poppy production, kind of putting those together. And I really like the way that that sounds. I think there's a really cohesive sound kind of stringing through these songs so far. So super excited. Love the first half of this album. That takes us into track 7, titled Actually Romantic.
You call me boring Barbie when the coke's got you brave. High-fived my ex and then you said you're glad he ghosted me. Wrote me a song saying it makes you sick to see my face. Some people might be offended, but it's actually sweet. All the time you've spent on me, it's honestly wild. All the effort you've put in, it's actually romantic. I really gotta hand it to you. Ooh, no man has ever loved me like you do. Hadn't thought of you in a long time, but you keep sending me funny valentines. And I know you think it comes off vicious, but it's precious. Adorable, like a toy chihuahua barking at me from a tiny purse. That's how much it hurts. How many times has your boyfriend said, why are we always talking about it's actually sweet. All the time you've spent on me, it's honestly wild. All the effort you've put in, it's actually romantic. I really gotta hand it to you. No man has ever loved me like you do. You think I'm tacky, baby? Stop talking dirty to me. It sounded nasty, but it feels like you're flirting with me. I mind my business, God's my witness that I don't provoke it, but it's kinda making me wet. Oh, 'cause it's actually sweet. All the time you've spent on me, it's honestly lovely. All the effort you've put in, it's actually romantic. Really gotta hand it to you, to you. No man has ever loved me like you. It's actually romantic. You just give me so much attention. It's actually romantic.
Oh my god. My only critique single only thing that I will say that is negative about this song is that that end chorus is not 30 seconds longer. That could have gone on for 10 whole extra minutes. I would have listened at the edge of my seat to every second of it. This song is so good. The restructuring of someone being so obsessed with tearing you down to calling it actually romantic, how much attention they're giving you, and oh my god, it's so genius. It is so genius. No man has ever loved me as much as you do is a crazy line. This one's insane. What a starting track at the second half of this album. That does take us into track 8, which is my first of my 2 claims, titled Wish List.
They want that yacht life under chopper blades. They want those bright lights and Balenci shades and a fat ass with a baby face. They want it all. They want that complex female character. They want that critical smash Palme d'Or and an Oscar on their bathroom floor. They want it all. And they should have what they want. They deserve what they want. Hope they get what they want. I just want you. Have a couple kids, got the whole block looking like you. We tell the world to leave us the fuck alone, and they do. Wow, got me dreaming about a driveway with a basketball hoop. Bust up, settle down, got a wish list. I just want you. They want that. They deserve what they want. I hope they get what they want. I just want you. I made wishes on all of the stars. Please, God, bring me a best friend who I think is hot. I thought I had it right once, twice, but I did not. You caught me off my guard. I hope I get what I want, 'cause I know what I want. I just want you. Have a couple kids, got the whole block looking like you. We tell the world to leave us the fuck alone, and they do. Wow, got me dreaming about a driveway with a basketball hoop. Bust up, settle down, got a wish list. I just want you. And we could have a couple kids, got the whole block looking like you. We tell the world to leave us the fuck alone, and they do. Wow, and now you got me dreaming about a driveway with a basketball hoop. Bust up, settle down, got a wish list. I just want you.
Damn. You know what that song kind of reminds me of? Is an updone, matured Glitch. But one of my feelings about Glitch was that it was maybe just a little bit underproduced and felt like it could have had a bit more refining, and that is exactly what Wishlist is giving. It feels like there's so many layers and time and attention put into it, and the story that it's telling is really endearing, honestly, to point out all the materialistic things that all these other people want and hoping that they get what they want, so remaining positive rather than becoming bitter and just recognizing they may want that, but I just want you, and you're making me fantasize about things that aren't as expensive and materialistic, but things that are meaningful to us rather than meaningful to other people, which I think is such a grounded story to tell in such a fun fashion. Taking us into track 9, titled Wood.
Daisy's bare naked, I was distraught. He loves me not, he loves me not. Penny's unlucky, I took him back and then stepped on a crack, and the black cat laughed. And baby, I'll admit I've been a little superstitious. Fingers crossed until you put your hand on mine. Seems to be that you and me, we make our own luck. A bad sign is all good. I ain't gotta knock on eyes. Redwood tree, it ain't hard to see his love was the key that opened my thighs.
Girl, oh my god. That one is hilarity and hijinks. Let our girl have some fun. That one's good. The instrumentation loses me a little bit. It is more leading into that like funky sound that I don't particularly seek out. But there's some really funny lyrics in there, and I think if you focus on just the aspect of having fun, where she's in this point in her life where she's just head over heels in this fun-loving relationship, I think that you can find things to like and appreciate about that song. The chorus is really catchy, and all the double entendres and all the little jokes that she puts in between almost every line, I think is a freedom that maybe we haven't seen from Taylor in a minute, which makes me really happy, at least the way that she feels free to write and sing about whatever she wants in her music now that she's in this relationship, that she just feels so secure as an artist. And that is literally all I could want, because that's when we get this authentic writing and pop legend production. That takes us into my second claim on this album, and that's track 10 called Cancelled.
You thought that it would be okay at first. The situation could be saved, of course, but they'd already picked out your grave and hers. Beware the wrath of masked crusaders. Did your girl boss too close to the sun? Did they catch you having far too much fun? Come with me, when they see us they'll run. Something wicked this way comes. Good thing I like my friends canceled. I like them cooked in Gucci and in scandal. Like my whiskey sour and poison thorny flowers. Welcome to my underworld where it gets quite dark. At least you know exactly who your friends are. They're the ones with matching scars. Tone deaf and hot, let's fucking off her. Did you make a joke only a man could? Were you just too smug for your own good? Or bring a tiny violin to a knife fight? Baby, that all ends tonight. Good thing I like my friends canceled. I like them cooked in Gucci and in scandal. Like my whiskey sour and poison thorny flowers. Welcome to my underworld, it'll break your heart. At least you know exactly who your friends are. We're the ones with matching scars. They stood by me before my exoneration. They believed I was innocent, so I'm not here for judgment, no. But if you can't be good, then just be better at it. Everyone's got bodies in the attic, or took somebody's man. We'll take you by the hand, and soon you'll learn the art of never getting caught. It's a good thing I like my friends canceled. You know that I like them cooked in Gucci and in scandal. Like my whiskey sour and poison thorny flowers. Yeah, it's a good thing I like my friends canceled. I salute you if you're much too much to handle. Like my whiskey sour and poison thorny flowers. Can't you see my infamy loves company? Now they've broken you like they broken me, but a shattered glass is a lot more sharp. And now you know exactly who your friends are. You know who we are. We're the ones with matching scars.
Dang. I think that's my favorite on the album so far. That one, whew, Jesus. That was probably the most reputation-coded song on this album. Very much I Did Something Bad energy. But man, it feels so much more intimate and very, in a similar way, self-aware, but less angry and more content. I think it's this like blooming sense of self that is now fully embraced in a way that feels peaceful rather than hostile. It's like this acceptance of reputation and kind of outward perspective on who you are. Also in a way that's maybe similar to the approach of Blank Space, but rather than speaking about that anecdotally or like in a sarcastic way, this feels a lot more owned and representative of her. In other words, this feels so authentic in the way that she addresses the things that people think about her that she does resonate with, but in her way rather than the media's way. Here's what you're saying about me, and here's how that's true from my voice rather than yours. Let me tell you about my perspective rather than you tell me. I think it's genius. The production on that was beautiful. The lyricism is everything. 10 out of 10 song. Absolutely love. Taking us into track 11, second to last track, titled Honey.
You can call me honey if you want, because I'm the one you want. When anyone called me sweetheart, it was passive aggressive at the bar, and the bitch was telling me to back off, cause a man had looked at me wrong. If anyone called me honey, it was standing in the bathroom, white teeth, they were saying that skirt don't fit me, and I cried the whole way home. But you touch my face, redefine all of those blues when you say honey. Summertime spritz, pink skies. You can call me honey if you want, because I'm the one you want. Winter green kiss on mine, you give it different meaning, cause you mean it when you talk. Honey, I'm home, we could play house, we could bed down, pick me up, who's the baddest in the land, what's the plan? What's the plan? You could be my forever nightstand, honey. When anyone called me late night, he was screwing around with my mind, asking what are you wearing, too high to remember in the morning. And when anyone called me lovely, they were finding ways not to praise me, but you say it like you're in awe of me, and you stay until the morning, honey. When anyone called me sweetheart, it was passive aggressive at the bar, and the bitch was telling me to back off, cause a man had looked at me wrong. He looked at me wrong. If anyone called me honey, it was standing in the bathroom, white teeth, they were saying that skirt don't fit me, and I cried the whole way home. But you can call me honey if you want.
That's cute. Yeah, that's pretty much where I stand with that song. It's cute, it's fun. Again, tapping into this, letting herself just breathe in this relationship and have fun and not take it very seriously. And I like the theme of the song where this relationship and this person is kind of redefining the things that people have said to or about her in an insincere way. To now hear those things sincerely makes it okay. Production-wise, didn't land with me, which is totally fine. I did like the talking ad-libs, so officially all three on my wish list got checked off. Thank God. We are so back. I think that Honey and I just need a little more time to get to know each other, and we'll be okay. But that does take us to the last track, track 12, titled The Life of a Showgirl, featuring Sabrina Carpenter.
Her name was Kitty, made her money being pretty and witty. They gave her the keys to this city, then they said she didn't do it legitly. I bought a ticket, she's dancing in her garters and fishnets. 50 in the cast, 0 missteps. Looking back, I guess it was kismet. I waited by the stage door, packed in with the autograph hounds, barking her name, then glowing like the end of a cigarette. Wow, she came out. I said, you live in my dream. Then she said to me, hey, thank you for the lovely bouquet. You're sweeter than a peach, but you don't know the life of a showgirl, babe. And you're never ever gonna wait. The more you play, the more that you pay. You're softer than a kitten, so you don't know the life of a showgirl, babe. And you're never gonna wanna. She was a menace, the baby of the family in Lennox. Her father whored around like all men did. Her mother took pills and played tennis. So she waited by the stage door, asked the club promoter arrived. She said I'd sell my soul to have a taste of a magnificent life. It's all mine, but that's not what showgirls get. They leave us for dead. Hey, thank you for the lovely bouquet. You're sweeter than a peach, but you don't know the life of a showgirl, babe. And you're never ever gonna wait. The more you play, the more that you pay. You're softer than a kitten, so you don't know the life of a showgirl, babe. And you're never gonna wanna. I took her pearls of wisdom, hung them from my neck. I paid my dues with every bruise, I knew what to expect. Do you wanna take a skate on the ice inside my veins? They ripped me off like false lashes and then threw me away. And all the headshots on the walls of the dance hall are of the bitches who wish I'd hurry up and die. But I'm immortal now, baby dolls. I couldn't if I tried. So I say, thank you for the lovely bouquet. I'm married to the hustle, and now I know the life of a showgirl, babe. And I'll never know another. Hey, hidden by the lipstick and lace. Sequins are forever, and now I know the life of a showgirl, babe. Wouldn't have it any other way. Wouldn't have it any other way. Thank you for the lovely bouquet. Hey kitty, now I'll make my money being pretty and witty. Thank you for the lovely bouquet.
Thank you for an unforgettable night. We will see you next time. Give it up for the band and the dancers, and of course Sabrina. I love you, Taylor. That's our show. We love you so much. Good night.
Aw, that was a cute way to end it. So, didn't immediately grab me either, which is, again, totally fine. My perspective on the song changed when I kind of took it in as more of a like musical theater style piece rather than a glitter pen pop song. And then that kind of changed my perspective a little bit. It is giving kind of Clara Bow, also the Lucky One from Red. I feel like all these stories kind of intertwine. I think that Sabrina sounds like she fits on the song, which is great when it comes to a feature. And I do really like the end. The end, I think, is a perfect way of wrapping up this album, which had the intention of telling the story of what's happening off stage. So to end the album with the sounds of applause, and that was our show, and kind of ending the album the way she would end the shows for the Eras tour, I think kind of wraps the whole thing thematically in a bow. As far as an end track, not my favorite, but I think it's doing its job as wrapping up all the themes that it introduced in the first 11 tracks and kind of bringing all of those to a conclusion. So that's it. This album blew by. I do think just because it's shorter than most Taylor albums are. I mean, even considering we're coming off of the Tortured Poets Department, which in total was 31 songs, and this is less than half of that. So really coming back to the concise, refined, everything's here for a reason style of album, it's really refreshing, and it was such a fun listen from beginning to end. The majority of these songs have this production that keeps you interested, not only from beginning to end of the song, but beginning to end of the album itself. I love a lot of the stories that were being told in these songs, and the production just kept impressing me and taking me on different turns that I wasn't expecting, which keeps an album interesting and complex. Songs that are immediate takeaways for me as standouts, highlights, favorites: The Fate of Ophelia, Elizabeth Taylor, OPALITE, Actually Romantic, Wish List, and Cancelled. For sure. Songs that I enjoyed that I know upon the second listen I'm going to have a higher appreciation for, that I'm just waiting to read some lyrics to really have those set in for me: Father Figure, Eldest Daughter, and Ruin the Friendship. And the only songs that I need more time with to really get to know would be Wood, Honey, and The Life of a Showgirl. But overall, this album delivered exactly what I was expecting and exactly what I wanted. I wanted a love album, I wanted an upbeat album, I wanted a happy album. That is 100% what she delivered on here. And I think upon finishing the album, it is unfair to directly compare it to Red, 1999 or Reputation. I think that there's so many aspects to all of these songs that feel reminiscent of those albums or songs on those albums that Max Martin and Shellback really brought their strengths to the table here. So it's easy to kind of jump back and forth, and this reminds me of that, and this reminds me of this. But The Life of a Showgirl really is in a league of its own, and if there is any relation to those three albums, it really is a matured, refined, fresh take on those pop sounds with her current writing style. If you're new around here, we've been listening to all of Taylor Swift's own discography, which the last time that we listened to a Taylor Swift album was before she owned her masters again. Listening to and reacting to Debut and Reputation is now on the table. I'll have a playlist in the description of my Taylor Swift reactions if you would be interested in watching those. I'll put some other stuff that I'm up to down there as well in case you're curious. And while you're in the area, hitting that subscribe button is free, and in this crashing economy, nothing is free anymore. And it would really help me out. I'd love to see you again soon. And while you're down there clicking buttons, go ahead and head to the comment section and let me know what you think about this album. I would love to start a conversation. What are your favorite songs? What are your least favorite songs? How do you rank it among her other albums? I would love to hear your thoughts. Let me know. But that is all from me. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.